Hello. Hey Wyatt, you there? If you are, I can't hear you. Please don't explode. Hello. Hmm. Try your mic again, Wyatt. Because you're actually at a 200% volume on my end. Why wouldn't I hear you? Would you be like using the wrong mic by any chance? Like, you know, if like your webcam fell behind your computer or something and it's using that mic?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, actually, really well.
Is it too loud?
I think it's fine. I can adjust it on my end too, because you were always set at 200% on my end, so.
Alright.
Yeah,
I just got a new computer, so.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. So I gotta mess with settings and all that.
Yeah.
The microphone situation is still a little bit wonky, but.
Well, at least it's nice and improved. Right?
Yeah.
Nice. So how you been?
Not too bad. How about you?
I'm okay, you know. This apartment situation is really fucking me up, but one day at a time.
Telling you to write out your lease and get.
Yeah, it makes me sad because like every time I talk to people about it, they're like, "Oh, you're moving, right? Like you're not gonna stay there." And I'm like, "Fuck, I don't want to fucking leave. I just want them to fix shit."
Sometimes it's worth it.
We'll see. Like I wrote them a string text today because I had to fucking call the exterminators to know like what I was supposed to do, and it's questions I've been asking my landlord for like 2 weeks now to answer. And I think it has to do with the fact that they keep emailing people when they should really just be like calling them, like on their phones like normal people would. Because like she keeps telling me like, yeah, I wrote to them. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I want you to call. Anyways, it makes me feel like I'm like a drama queen or something. Every time she talks to me, she's like, well, you know, it's not that bad. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, like that's a whole lot of time and energy you're putting in, you know?
Yeah, and I'm exhausted. And every time I think about it, I get this fucking pit in my stomach. And now it's constant. I just constantly have it. Like, we were on our way home, and I was seeing water rush under an underpass. I'm like, this is my apartment right now. And then it's like, bam! It's like I get punched in the gut. It's like, that's your life. Like, fuck off. You saw the pics of like what our hallway looks like?
Yeah, with the, what is that, a plastic bag?
It's a fucking plastic bag. And you know what they did that right after it fucking started raining in their fucking house. Not a minute earlier, And I was like, bitch, it's been 3 months I told you there was water in your walls. And they haven't done crap. Now they're finally doing shit, and now I have a fucking garbage bag in my house. Like, sticking out of my hallway.
Yeah.
It's just really lame. Anyways, I can't... There's the thing, too. It's like, I'm so tired of talking about it, and yet it's all I can talk about. I need to hear... Huh? What did you say?
That's why everyone tells you to move.
Yeah, that's it. They're like, bitch, stop talking about it. Just move. So that's why I need you to tell me about how your day's going and like all the awesome shit that you're up to.
Not too much. Just got back in town the other day. We did a convention.
Ooh, how did that go?
Well, really well, actually.
Yeah, because you guys had a bunch of things that you had crafted and prepared for it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Nice.
There's all my girlfriend's stuff, but she's planning on taking a break from art for a little bit, so we try to sell those as much as we could.
Nice. And you guys did a good... Which convention did you guys go to?
It's one called San Japan. It's in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's an anime convention.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we just had Labor Day, so we celebrated everyone who's in labor.
Like you guys had like a block party kind of thing?
No, just Labor Day.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you celebrated everyone, and I'm like, everybody gets a birthday?
No, I always make that joke about Labor Day is about ladies in labor.
Oh my god. You gals work real hard. Might as well.
Actually, I don't even know what Labor Day is about.
I think it was about labor laws. It was kind of like a protest / holiday. It became a holiday for...
But whatever it was, it's not now. Everyone just gets together and barbecues.
Yeah, that's it.
I was tired and I stayed my ass home. So.
Did the essentials. Yeah, I've been running around like a goose. But it was nice. I went to the fams, helped my mom with harvest. She had monster zucchinis. She forgot to go harvest them for like 3 days. And she, I could not carry all of the zucchini. Like, I had them in a huge bin. Like, you know those big Rubbermaids that are like, maybe like 2 feet wide and 3 feet long?
Yeah.
And I just had that filled with zucchini to the brim. And I had a hard time like lugging it around. And it turns out my aunt was having a party, so everybody had like a... It was basically... At that point, they were squashes. Like, they were huge. Like, not just your tiny little store-bought zucchini that fits in one of those, like, styrofoam plates. I'm talking about, like, bigger than a baby. Like, 2 babies side, like, one after the other zucchini. And I had, legit 15 of those. So everybody at the party left with the zucchini. And I was like, thank goodness. That was the second or third batch of zucchinis that we harvested this year. That was that big and crazy.
So, I love it when fruits overgrow.
Yeah, people were like, what are you doing to your zucchini? I'm like, I just forgot them, man. It was great though.
She has a garden, and so a few of her carrots ate the other carrots next to them. So we were pulling out carrots, and some of them were regular size, and then we pulled out a bunch of these itty bitty type carrots. They weren't even baby carrots. They were just super small carrots. And then there were some, and it wasn't even like their leaves were like super big and lush or anything, but like a few of them we pulled out, and they're like the size of my forearm. And like I'm a tall dude, right? Like, so I have really long arms, and these things were just like huge, and like I guess they just ate the nutrition of like all the little tiny things.
That's it. Took all their space.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's gardens can be ruthless, and it also depends on the variety you bought. A variety will dictate how they look. My grandma once took like, I guess she wanted to try something new, but like as kids we were like, what happened to your carrots, grandma? Because like she used to always grow like the long, regular orange kind that you get at the store.
Yeah.
But this year, this one year she got like, they were at least like as big as a coaster for beer. But like maybe 3-4 inches long. So they were like these cones, like you know, like an ice cream cone, like the ones that you get like ice shavings in.
Yeah.
That was your carrot. And we were like, what happened to your carrots, Grandma? She's like, they're mutants. But it just depends on the variety you get, because you can get so many kinds of different root vegetable that fit into like a carrot category that'll look like insane like that. But that was funny. I love gardening. I really wish I could have my garden. My cousin, ever since she's learned about the apartment stuff, she's been sending me apartments close by and things like that. There's not a lot of space. Like, the reason we don't want to move is because it's actually pretty cheap and a nice place to be in when it's not falling on your head. But there's this really cute one that has a garden space at the back. So I'm thinking real hard about going and visiting and thinking about, but then that implies breaking the lease, and I don't know. I don't know, Wyatt. See, I did it again. I brought it back to that stupid fucking apartment. I did it again.
Telling you, just listen to this. You need to move. How long is your lease?
Well, it's just renewed, so it's like it's up until July.
Oh, why? You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have done it after those bugs.
Well, the thing is that so the way it works in Quebec is you have 3. So you've automatically, unless you've said otherwise, you've automatically renewed after like 3 months before the end of your lease. So unless you say it, you've automatically renewed. So that means March. So at the end of March, if I haven't said anything, I've renewed. So even, well, it isn't and isn't. It means that I can stay in a place forever, unless they evict me. So they can raise my rent and stuff, but they have to do it within the allotted times, and they can only do it a certain percentage, depending on what they did or didn't do. So the laws are actually really lenient for tenants. Like, they're really good for tenants and not that great for landlords. But it still doesn't stop assholes from being assholes. But yeah, so no matter what I did, I was technically in for another year at the start of March. So unless I have an agreement with them that I can break my lease, they could say, nope, you're going to pay up or you're going to find someone to replace you. Which, knowing them, they probably would let me go just because, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know anymore. They're kind of dicks. I don't think they know they're dicks, though. I think they think that they're fine. Strange peoples.
Yeah.
I'm trying out a new, like, stylized version of my man. What are you working on?
I was transferring files over to my SSD. So it's going to work a little try and like squeeze as much performance out of my computer as I can. So I'll be working on like my boot drive and then storing everything on my hard drive.
Okay, so you're kind of like making a wannabe SSD?
No, it is, so it is an SSD.
Okay.
That's what I'm booting off of.
Okay.
But that's what I'll also be working off of, and then just storing everything.
Okay.
But for some reason, this file is 50 gigs.
You need to calm down.
Yeah, I need to calm down. Oh, well, I guess there's 50 different versions of this project, so
Oh, Lord.
Checks out.
Oh no, what happened?
I just saved in iterations often.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I have to, I personally have to be careful with that too, because I have a subversion, like an SEN, so I don't need them, but I still wind up not trusting. I guess it's also because of what it implies, to commit your stuff, you have to mentally know that you're gonna be sending it to the server. Versus if you're just making an iteration, it's boop, plus one, plus one, plus one.
Yeah. Yeah, this came in. What day did this come in? Last Tuesday or Wednesday, so I haven't had time to. I guess it came in Tuesday. I've only had time to. I haven't really had a lot of time to play with my computer.
It's still fresh.
But I did a few test renders, so on some of the lavender stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I went from 2 minutes to render to 28 seconds.
Oh my gosh, yes. Feels so good, eh?
Feels fantastic.
It feels amazeballs.
Now, what do I need? I need my glove. Because no glove, no love. And then I need my pen. Yo, I didn't do this. I'm so smart.
You figured it out.
I Never mind, I'm not so smart.
Aww. What happened?
So, all my materials are here. My brushes here? Okay, all of my brushes are here as well. Okay, so I have my quite delicate. There we go. Yeah.
Finally working out.
Yeah. Hey. Do I want to rub my teeth today?
You know what?
Do I want to rub out my teeth? Look at my teeth.
You're debating whether or not you should have a cup of tea?
Yeah.
You should always have tea.
Tea.
But you should be careful with caffeinated tea. I tend to try to stop to drinking tea at past, like caffeinated tea, past 2 or 3. Cause I know myself. I ain't gonna sleep right.
I don't have a sleep problem. Well, I mean, I do have a sleep problem, but...
That aside, you don't think it's related to tea?
No. Whether I drink tea or not, like, sometimes I won't sleep.
Or is it like stress related?
I don't know, just some days I just don't. By the way, do you have your, what is this called? This is, do you have your input sensitivity set to automatic?
For 0?
No.
Inputs.
Discord.
Yeah. It should cut out when it's too loud. Is it the music? Can you hear it through it?
No, it's just sometimes you cut in and out, especially towards the end of your sentences.
Let me see. You might start hearing my music though. Is that okay?
Yeah. Like, what I usually do is just kind of stay quiet and listen to the background, and just make sure that like your background stays in the yellow.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. That's kind of what I had it to, but then it kind of spikes.
Yeah, if it spikes every now and then, it's not a huge deal.
So this feels good?
Yeah, you're not like cutting out at the end.
Sweet tarts.
And now that I'm in ZBrush, I don't know what to do. I get everything set up, everything's going good. Life is great, and I don't know how to proceed from here.
Want me to give you a theme? Okay, well, do you want to stick it to like human things or anything? Just props.
I'm a master modeler.
Ooh, I see. Okay then, you're gonna go for a terrible monster.
A terrible monster?
Yeah, like something terrifying.
A badly made monster or a monster who is terrible?
Okay, wait, let me get you a reference picture. It doesn't have to be that one, but that's it has to be as like so terrifying would be the. This is I sent this picture to Robo and I said this is the creature that lives inside of me right now, and it's the face it makes every time it talks or thinks about the landlady. So I don't know if this is gonna work.
This also allows me to use a book that a good friend of mine gave me.
On creatures?
Yes, it's a ZBrush book. It's scoping for the magic. And it's, I don't know, I haven't read a single book or a single word in this book, but
For some reason it rings a bell.
but like the scopes in here are fantastic.
That's awesome. My aunt was giving away because she did a big treasure hunt yesterday. It was a lot of fun actually. They took pictures of their neighborhood and they gave us a map and we had to find all the pictures that they took and put them on a map to where it was that we saw them. So we look like a bunch of like creepers like looking into people's like windows and like trying to like looking around with maps. But so we won. And our team won anyways, and some of the rewards were just books that she had from working as a librarian. They're just old books that they're cycling out of their collection, or like copies of them, I guess. And some of them were like concept art for Avatar, and I think there was another movies, like storyboards and things like that. It was really cool, but I was like, I don't want more junk in my life that I cram into my tiny little place.
Nonsense, you always need more junk.
I know, but it was inspiring to see like all the concept arts for the Navis and what they had in mind for the show, for the movie. Man, for some reason I'm having a really hard time sketching this face. Like I can't get the shapes to be where I want them to be. Do you usually put spheres in for the eyes right away?
No. What I usually do, because I saw this guy do it in like a speed sculpt. What he did, he sculpted the eyelids like directly onto the model, but they look closed.
Okay.
So he would sculpt all these people with their eyes closed, and then he would dig out their eyelids later. And it worked for me, so I kept doing it. Damn it. Alright. This weekend I'm buying a table.
You're buying a table?
Yeah. I need desk space.
Hmm.
Are these beach combs or just combs?
What I'm making or what you're making?
I guess both.
Well, I think it's up to you to know, like, to figure out how much involvement you want to have in it, but I'm still doing speed sculpts, just for the sake of, like, not being too attached to the, but I am planning on, once I do have a shape that I'm actually into, I'm gonna start going 1 hour on the girl and the guy, so that they kind of feel cohesive, but to also kind of prevent getting tunnel vision for a whole day. And hopefully, like, at some point I have, like, 2 good looking models that fit each other. Hopefully. That's the theory. So yeah, feel free to, like, make it a one-off sculpt or a long-term sculpt if you're inspired.
What?
What's new?
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know if I like that. My mouse pad, or my tablet pad, one of my buttons reverses all of my brushes.
Okay, but, like, what do you mean by reverse it? Oh, on the pen itself. Like, not just, like, by pressing Alt or something?
It works like Alt, but it's one click. So it makes all of my brushes do their Alt version if I click this button.
Oh yeah, that's not always a desired effect.
I'm having the toughest time over here.
So it's a new tablet as well?
No, the tablet's the same. I just had to put in new drivers and whatnot.
I see.
So like all of my old settings on a lot of my stuff are different.
Hmm. Did you hear what happened to the programmer and composer of Night in the Woods?
Of what?
It's a game called Night in the Woods.
No.
Did you ever see it at all? Heroes.
That doesn't ring a bell.
It was like a really popular indie game for a bit. Well, maybe it wasn't that popular. It's just I so happened to be following them on Twitter, so I kind of had like, I don't know. I guess I had a lot of visibility on their project. But recently, apparently, Zoe Quinn. Do you know who that is?
No.
She was like kind of like the spark that ignited Gamergate back in the day.
Oh.
So it was her naked pictures that got everybody intrigued by like the controversy surrounding like journalism and video game and like kind of what happened behind the scenes. But anyways, apparently she accused him of being like abusive. I didn't even see the original tweets, and then the guy got kicked out of the group that was making another game and like the port for the game and all sorts of stuff. Well, like basically the next game from that company, not the series.
Yeah.
And then a couple days later he killed himself.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But the thing is that her allegations, they've all kind of like gone into the wind. Like her Twitter account's gone. Everything is like unknowable, kind of like to confirm that like no police was ever involved in like having this guy like have a restraining order or whatever. So, like, why? Because he got shunned, right? Like, everybody was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did all that. And
I'll be right back.
yeah. Hello.
Yeah, this crap go out.
What's crappy?
Huh?
What were you saying?
This crappy what happened to that dude? Oh crap, where's my glove?
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Welcome back.
Yeah, like, it kind of scares me, like, being in that dude's, like, situation. Like, maybe he did it, and maybe that's...
Well, that's it. So, like, what's to say that he didn't do it, but then...
But there's, like, lots of situations where, like, people really didn't do it, but, like, people will just straight drop you.
Yeah. And it's the alienation that just, like, makes you do... Like, especially if you're unstable to start with. But that's it. It's, like, such a sticky situation, and it makes me wonder... why was it that he was publicly shamed in the first place if there was no due diligence when it came to like the police and
Because like a similar thing happened. Have you heard of Vic Mignon or is that his name? Mignon, I think.
doesn't ring a bell. What did he do or
So he's the voice actor for Broly.
for who?
For Broly from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so he's a big name voice actor. Animation for a long time, and one of the chicks, Bulma from Dragon Ball Z, actually came out and basically said, this dude was a creep. They came out with allegations and stuff. Well, before any other information came out or anything, he was scheduled to be at conventions and stuff like that. They dropped him.
Really?
The moment allegations came out, some conventions were just like, no, we're not gonna have you as a guest anymore. We're not touching any of this with the 10-foot pole.
Ugh.
He got fired from his job, and he basically everything working for Funimation and on a show for Rooster Teeth.
So everything just falls right out of the world. Yeah.
Yeah. I have some friends who've kind of known the guy for a long time because they've been doing conventions forever, and he shows up to every convention. He's a connoisseur. They say he's a dude who seems like he never really grew up. So he's in his 50s still, taking pictures with little girls and doing stuff that isn't necessarily bad. It's just creepy and weird.
Yeah.
It's one thing to take a picture with some of your fans, but it's a different thing to wrap your arm around them.
Yeah.
He's 14 and you're 50 and your hands are around their waist. It was cool when you were in your 20s, but that was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's that kind of situation. So no one really knows if he, really did what some of the allegations were.
Yeah.
Some of them have just been kind of way out. Some of the allegations. So it's this thing of you lose your whole entire career over something that might not even be true.
Yeah, it's shitty. But at the same time, you gotta at the same time, it's true that there's this huge system of people weren't able to talk before. So I understand why it's hard to break out of it. Be oh yeah, that's right. There's other avenues than public shaming now. I can actually go to the police and they'll actually believe me, and I'll actually get some kind of I won't be taken for a crazy person. I don't have to make justice myself. Because it's a little fucked up. I don't know if you heard about Pro Jared.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing too, because he definitely did some oh no's.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what actually happened and got told is little it's hard to say whether or not it's true. I don't know.
He admitted to he was the one he admitted to cheating on his wife, but said he didn't rape anyone or anything.
Well, that's it. Well, because it's so what he was doing online was questionable, right? With the nudes and stuff. It's between consenting adults. If you have a freaky Craigslist life, like, go nuts, man. Like, that's your life. But, oh, hey, stream working. How's it going? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. But, yeah. Then it's like, was it forceful or scary that, like, he was famous and he was asking people to show their, like, genitals? And it's like, nobody was ever forced. Like, if you want to have sex with Sting and Sting's down to have sex with you, is he abusing his power because he's Sting?
Yeah.
Like, if he has an ad saying open for business, Sting will give you some sex. Anybody who wants to answer can come. And then you answer, like, is it because Sting was abusing his power as, like, a famous rock and roll star? Or, like...
Because, like, if I were to, like do something with the famous person, like, I wouldn't see it as like, me being taken advantage of.
Well, like, maybe if they started, like, actually, like, doing things that, like, affected your physical body, or, like, truly manipulated you, like, saying, like, oh, well, now that you slept with me, I'm gonna do all these things to you, and you can't say anything because I have all this evidence or pictures or whatever. Like, none of that happened. Like, that's just blackmail, and that's illegal no matter who you are. But in his case, it's just like, hey, if you want to show me pictures of your dong...
I feel like I have enough free will to not sleep with, like, Whoopi Goldberg, but, like...
You'll have to resist really, really hard.
Or vice versa. Like, I have that free will to do something, you know?
But I can see that not everybody's, like, emotionally mature enough sometimes to, like... They don't think they have an exit. So then they kind of, like... They bottle it up until it kind of comes out, and it's like, well... There was something you could do, right? You could go... He wasn't holding you hostage while you were taking pictures of your dick and sending it to him. But then, yeah, it's shitty how it became like a crazy mob. But it's interesting. I'm wondering how it's gonna go now that he's kind of like getting back out there. I'm like, oh no, what time's it? Okay, shut up. Oh, what? I wasn't recording myself. Been working. How's the sculpting going? I can't decide if I want to go with like a terrifying male or like I don't know if I want him to be like caricaturally brutish or if I want him to be a little handsome. Well, the male character that I'm going to be using in our story, the story that I'm making, I can't decide whether I want him to be like physically look like a beast, or if I actually want him to look handsome. And I feel like not choosing right now is like messing myself up.
Yeah, it's the thing of sculpting while you design. I don't know if I'm liking this.
Stream, is the music still too loud? Let me see. Okay, sorry about that. So, to answer your question, cool. I stream for fun and also to kind of talk a bit about my project as I work on it. I'm a professional 3D artist, but I've been neglecting my sculpting skills over the years, so I'm kind of brushing up on them as I'm working on this new project of mine. Actually, I am stream. I've been trying to brainstorm ideas to get out of the house because I work from home, and I noticed that if I'm on a client job and I get to go out, I get a lot more proactive. But it also helps to have a boss, I realize. Like, I'm too stubborn to not be my own boss, but I also enjoy having a little bit of direction when I work. Ooh, so you have your own streaming platform that you're working on. How does it work with adult themes actually, because it's not easy to tell, but our games and projects, the things that I stream, they're actually not safe for work most of the time. Right now, since I'm just doing it anatomical work, I'm actually flagging it as safe for work. That's it. That's what I figured. But it's cool though.
What is
It is. I'm actually streaming on Picardo as we speak. Because that's it. I enjoy the idea because it helps. I'm actually. Are you streaming, Wyatt?
I'm not streaming right now. I forgot to stream.
But see, Wyatt, who you can hear right now, is actually. We tried to pump each other up to work at the same time when we're doing some modeling. So it's kind of what you're trying to do. It's cool. Miles, get out of there. He looks so bratty. One of the cats I'm cat sitting is looking at the window, but he's being naughty. He's so sweet. Oh, I see. So everybody's hanging out together. And is the point for people to come and see them as a working group? Good morning. Or it's to kind of chat with people and like... Oh, that's cool.
Hey, what's this website called?
Watchmework.com. Here, I'll send it to you. Oops. Here you go.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for sharing, stream. I want to see what you're working on. Are you live?
I hope so. No, I don't think.
What'd you do? I don't see you online. Are you an artist yourself, stream? If you're still there.
Alright, how about now?
Ooh, okay. So video editing. Aha, now I think you're live. Ooh, that's cool.
I don't know if it's terrifying
Stream. I mainly work on my own projects. I do contracts for companies sometimes, but I'm mostly on my own. I mostly work on my own stuff. It's hard not to model him with an expression. He's always so frowny. I do. You can check out the project at www.nudi.ca. That's NUDI.ca. But be warned, it is for adults only.
Well, I'm 12 years old.
Well, Wyatt, you've been kicked out. It's illegal. Whoa. I think right now we have 25. I'm really happy because I didn't expect anybody to find us at the beginning. But so far they've been really good for us. And our project is slowly shaping up. It's still so new, but hopefully soon we'll have a lot of things to do.
They will come.
Hmm? What'd you say, Wyatt?
If there are titties, they will come.
Oh, that's right. People very much like the boobs. Thanks.
That was 30 something.
Thanks, streaming. I'll check it out. I'll look at it more thoroughly. I'll see what you guys' rules are about not safe for work. I don't want to like make anybody uncomfortable, obviously, but yeah, if you guys have any kind of leeway with like what you can display on screen and what people are interested in seeing, because right now we're working on some pretty safe for work stuff, but there will come a time where it will not be at all. But if other people are interested, I actually, if ever you guys were willing to expand on that kind of market, there's a bunch of coders, artists, people that are specifically in the field that I'm in that I'm sure would very much enjoy your services. So, I don't know, keep it up. I'll keep an eye on you guys. It's interesting. I see.
Get that too.
Well, cool. Thanks for dropping by and come and hang out anytime. Oh, man. I wonder what that booping is all about. A second.
Does he need ears? Sure, he needs ears. year's almost over, and I've only done 11 head sculpts.
I wanna see.
Oh, I'm not done. I'm still working on it. But...
Okay. Nice. It makes me think of did you ever play Star Fox Dino Planet? It was like it was on the GameCube, I think.
I never played it.
Dinosaur Planet? Star Fox Adventures. And it was on this planet full of dinosaurs. And it's funny because I don't think it aged well, but as a child it was one of my favorite games. And some of the creatures in that, they were like this alien race that had temples all over that planet. I can't remember what they were called. But anyways, they had a similar face, and all you could ever see was the masks of their faces all over their temples. It reminds me of them. You're gonna do it? You're gonna break symmetry?
No, not yet. You're right.
You chickened out.
There's too much pressure. This is on you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. mutton chops. I want the whole shebang. No kiss.
By the way, I didn't ask if my stream was coming through. Smoke.
Oh, I saw it a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I see it. You're working on the neck right now?
Yeah. Is it nice and smooth and?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it looks great.
Because I use different settings, so.
It looks really sharp. It's like I'm there. Was it Woe or someone else that was watching my stream? It's like, I'm very frustrated because there's so much latency in your stream, but it's not because of the stream, it's really because your ZBrush is like tanking right now, and it's making me get like road rage, like modeling rage from like being you right now, and I'm like, this is my life. I can't change this. Well, I suppose I could, but
that's exactly why I upgraded.
yeah, you're like, Pink, I can't watch your stream anymore. It's making me want to gouge my eyes out. I can't.
No, it's not from watching you. Like, I can only watch a few seconds of an art stream at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I get infuriated just by watching people do art.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, don't do it that way.
What are you doing?
It's quicker. You just do it like this.
You're doing it wrong.
You've got too many polygons on the stream.
You idiot. Looks like Abe.
Like, especially when I see ZBrushers using red wax. Oh man, that throws me into a rage.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, man. Sometimes I can't help it. I don't notice it anymore. I just like to piss people out. I do it for the lulz.
Alright, now I'm gonna break symmetry.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Like, this is always like a nerve-wracking part for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, it makes you want to barf if you do it bad.
Huh?
Like, it's super scary because then getting back to symmetry is so hard.
Yeah.
Oof. I would have done that. Like, the worst. Sorry, did you say something?
I went to the kitchen to get some water, and I didn't realize I wouldn't hear you.
Oh, no, I didn't.
I'm sorry.
At least not that word.
Can you hear my wire touching my mic?
I hear a little clicks and clacks every now.
You do or you don't?
I do.
Because that's it, since I'm in the new place. Well, not the new place, but the cat sitting place. My setup's not the same. I mean, it's the same gear, but it's just not placed the same way.
That's a giant tooth. What do you mean? That's fine. This is okay.
Calm down, Wyatt. You need to calm down.
What makes Ganon iconic?
Link? Like, there's nothing iconic about Ganon.
A villain?
No, about Ganon. Like, he changes in every single, you know? Like, the only way you can recognize Ganon is his colors.
Okay.
But, like, because of Link and Zelda, because they're constants through every game,
Yeah.
and Ganon's are always there, that's why you recognize Ganon
Yeah.
when his color scheme comes.
But even his color schemes switched up sometimes. Like, used to be blue, then he kind of went to the orange and green. Because, like, the pig Ganon from A Link to the Past was definitely blue and red. And then he kind of switched to green and orange for his hair.
No, it looks like through most of the games. Yeah, he's always greenish red. Or, I mean, greenish blue and with red hair. But yeah, in the original, he was turquoise. That was really turquoise. But he's always had a red cape, something red on his head. Whether it's a hat or his hair.
Because, like, have you seen the rehydrated Ganon tropes?
Yeah.
Like, that's something that Nintendo never did, but that's, like, fan art ideas. So, like, does Nintendo own that? Or is it, like, is it something that now belongs to, like, the fans?
I think it's like a Bowsette thing, you know?
A what? A Bowsette? Well, see, that's it. So, like, who owns Bowsette? Like, can Nintendo come down and like take out all the Bowsette porn? Because they're like, hey, that's our franchise, like, you just gender bended our character, fuck off.
I don't think so. Because it's that weird 70% thing. Technically, Bowsette is 70% changed from Princess Peach and Bowsette.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the same color schemes, like, the face is kind of similar, but you can get away with that. But, the owner would be whoever the first person,
That came up with it was.
uh,
But see, I feel like the internet as a whole, like as a hive mind, decided that Bowsette was going to be a thing. Just like the internet decided that Black Hole Chan was going to be a person. Like, I don't feel like anybody's going to be like, I own Black Hole Chan, get the fuck off my lawn.
it's really, like, possible. Like, if you can prove that your Black Hole Chan
was the
like,
first one to ever grace the internet. But I feel like at some point, like, because like I feel like this is it. Like, the internet is creating, like, we are slowly becoming a hive mind, if we weren't already.
Yeah.
Through the processes of the internet, and with memes in general, like any meme, you could spend like a tremendous amount of man-hours trying to trace who owns a meme. And what makes the meme great intrinsically isn't the fact that you came up with it.
Yeah.
It's the fact that everybody piled on. And so therefore it's a collective art piece, and nobody could ever own that. Not even the collective. But like the collective owns it, so everybody owns it.
Well, even that, like, with memes, like, technically, someone does own it, like, especially, like, the likeness one.
Okay, so if it's your face, it's a little different. But if it's something that, like Bowsette or Chompette, or again, Black Hole Chan.
What's it? It's not Keyboard Cat. The one that keyboards and stuff like that. So he's technically a piece of work that someone can claim.
Which one? The Keyboard Cat? Like the picture of Keyboard Cat?
The new Keyboard Cat, not the old Keyboard Cat. The one that looks like a little potato with tiny little arms. When you say something.
Well, like, would it be Potato Cat or Keyboard Cat? Like, I gotta have some. So, like, there's the original Keyboard Cat that was a video of a cat with a blue sweater.
Yeah, maybe Drum Cat? Is it? Yeah, Drum Cat. Put in Drum Cat and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know the actual name of this thing, if it's actually Drum Cat or not. Like, technically it's a piece of work that, like, someone could claim, but it's like, I guess it comes down to, like, is it even worth claiming it? Like, it'd probably be it would be bad for them if you were to go ahead and, you know?
it would be detrimental for them to claim it.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Well, yeah, I see it. I see what you're saying. Fuck off. Right.
Oh, fine.
Fuck off, Wyatt. Super mean. Sorry, it's because I'm freaking. It scares the shit out of me every time. I feel like it's only today. ZBrush keeps taking forever to autosave. I should maybe turn it off, but at the same time, it saves my life every time.
Yeah.
What day are we today? The 3rd? No, yeah, the 3rd.
Yeah.
Man, we're already like so far into the year.
I know, right? Like I'm still thinking I moved into my apartment like 3 months ago. I've been thinking that for the past 3 months. Been here like half a year already.
The new apartment?
Yeah, the one I'm in right now. I moved in here like 6 months ago.
Give me a sec. I keep hearing screaming and I can't tell if it's kids playing or someone really screaming for their life. Oils. Okay, it was just kids.
Oh, okay. Like after you left, I heard it. I was like, oh god, it sounds like it's dying.
Well, that's it. So like, it was just a kid just kind of like play screaming or something, but a couple of days ago. Oh well, no, actually, it's more like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I heard this kid. Like, to me, it sounded like a kid had just played a shitty joke on their dad.
Uh-huh.
And then the guy's like, "Hey, you get back here!" And he starts running, and the kid's like, "I'm sorry." And I feel like it's kind of like a joke gone wrong, and like he's just gonna get it, but like in a friendly, like, you're my kid, or I'm your uncle and you're my nephew kind of thing. But the guy just like grabs the kid and he's like, "Why did you do that?" And he's like, I'm sorry. And he starts like fighting to get free. And the kid's like a real truly scared scream. But the guy's just holding him down and saying like, "Why did you do that? You need to calm down. You can't do that stuff like that and run away." But then other people come in and they're like, "What are you doing to this kid? Let him go." So like 2 people are trying to get the guy to let the kid go. He lets the kid go. The kid just starts walking away. Like, he doesn't even turn around and explains anything. And then the 2 people are like, "Why were you holding this kid down? What did he do to you?" And he's like, "I just was trying to teach him a lesson. Like, he keeps doing these things because like I didn't understand what was going on because I was just in my backyard. And when I saw the 2 people kind of take over, I didn't do anything. But because when I first heard it, I was doing stuff in the shed, and I registered it as play fighting, you know?
Yeah.
But the moment I saw that it was getting more serious, like, I was gonna go get my phone, and I was gonna go intervene, but then those 2 people came in, but I'm like, shit. So this guy looks like an asshole, and sure, he reacted kind of rashly, but that kid was probably being a dick.
Yeah.
Because he ran away saying how sorry he was, but it's like, if you were sorry, you would have fucking stuck around. Like, he probably played a really shitty prank, like, gave him a slap about, I don't know.
That's the thing when you're dealing with kids, like, you'll always look like the asshole.
Yeah.
Like, that kid could kill your cat, and, like, you'd still look like the asshole.
That's it, and I'm like, like, back in the day, like, you knew everybody, so everybody would know who that kid was. And I was like, "I'm gonna go tell your mom you're a little shit," And your mom would, like, tell your dad, then your dad would give you a whooping. But now, forget it. Everybody's anonymous. Nobody knows what that kid was doing and what that man was trying to do. In any case. And plus, like, someone got stabbed in front of my house, like, a week ago. Like, the guy survived and everybody's okay, but a 17-year-old stabbed a 32-year-old.
What the hell?
And the guy, like, walked away from the altercation and, like, called the police in front of my house. So, like, at 7:30 in the afternoon, like, at night, But like 7:30, there's like lights out. Like it's not the dead of night and like creepy crawlies are running around. It's like, no. Freaking guy called the police and police came and taped up everything and looked for evidence and caught the kid and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Maybe I should move.
Yeah. It's turning into the hood.
Oh my god. Worst part is this place is like super gentrifying. Like rents aren't affordable. And like a bunch of things are happening around the neighborhood that makes it really nice, but I can't afford to not be in the same rent anymore. Like not like move to something that's similar. Like people keep placing their ads as like this here we go by the amount of rooms total.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're trying to rent a 1-bedroom apartment with a living room and a kitchen. You're gonna be renting a 3.5 because your bathroom counts as the half. But they keep listing like 4.5s as like they're listing 3.5 big 3.5s as 4.5s and charging like an extra $300 from what I'm paying for it. But really, they're just a 3.5 with a room that's big enough to be considered 2 rooms if they had an actual division between them. But like most of the time, all they'll have is like an archway, like a big archway. So it's really just a single room that happens to have like a teeny tiny, like maybe like a foot wide division between the two. But most of the times, it's actually your kitchen and the kitchenette, like the seating area. Then you have your living room. But it's like you're making it sound like you're getting a good deal for a 4, like, ooh, it's a 4.5. But it's not.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating because you're like, man, I wouldn't pay that price for a 3.5. I would for a 4.5, but this 4.5 is small as fuck. Yeah. You see a lot of weird shit happening near your place?
So, not my apartment, surprisingly. Like, to be honest, like, I live in, like, low-income apartments. Is it low-income? Well, okay, so the apartments I live on, they're called, like, second chance apartments. And it's for people with, like, bad credit and stuff like that. And,
Okay.
you know, had trouble finding apartments.
So they're no, people that are known to be a little rowdier when it comes to being good tenants, kind of.
Yeah. You have like where like if you have bad history and stuff, you'll have an easier chance getting in here than, you know, a regular apartment. But surprising, the bugs are like, you know, your welfare neighbor is like hanging out outside in a wife beater or whatever. Like, I haven't seen anything happen. Like someone went to the hospital once, but I don't think it was related to like a fight or anything like that. I think they just got sick.
Yeah, like a normal person.
Yeah. There were cops camped out here before, but no lights on or anything. So I like my apartment's fine, I guess. Like what you think would be a rowdier apartment, like really isn't, you know?
So, well, at least it's good. It means it's... Oh, man.
So like where my girlfriend's parents live, like it's slowly been becoming the hood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it was probably a few weeks ago, like someone got shot there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not even the first time like there's been a shooting there. But
Mm-hmm.
like last time they shot up a house, like hmm,
That sucks, man.
yeah.
Makes me want to live in the country where nothing happens.
Yeah.
But even then, you're not like completely home free.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would ever move to the country here.
Oh yeah, why? Too Texan?
Yeah. Not in a good way either. Like I see people like out in the country, like black people and stuff, and I don't know. I'm always concerned for them. Like, you okay, dude? Like,
Are you doing this out of your free will?
they treating you happy. You do you, bro, but won't catch me out here.
Hmm. It's that bad in the country? It's that bad in the country?
It's just like it's more conservative, you know, and some of them can get kind of extreme because I mean you can get away with a whole bunch, you know.
Because nobody's really watching.
Yeah. Like if anything were to happen, it's going to take 45 minutes for the police to show up at your house. That's if they leave immediately, and then you got to wait for ambulances to get there if something like really happened, and then they can't drive you to the hospital, fly you out. They got to call in a helicopter to drop you to the closest helicopter or to the hospital.
Yeah.
Like her grandfather, he's had to go to the hospital a few times, and every time they send a helicopter.
Fuck. See, I don't know if I'd go with like that deep into the country. That I would need an helicopter. Hey, Wednesday. It's so pretty. Doing the eyes closed is nice.
Yeah, you're liking it?
I like that trick, yeah. I don't know, it changes it a lot. Like, it makes it a lot more manageable, and then actually you can place the eyeball and it's actually gonna be where you want it to be.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Also, if you wanted to know how I did my eyeballs, what I usually do, and you'll notice like all my characters have like the same exact eyes.
So you made an object?
Yeah. So I usually just choose the star, whatever, append to star, change it into the default sphere, and it has this section cut out of it already. And then I usually go down to weld points, just because like sometimes there's some wonky stuff that goes on. Weld points, I go in here and do a split. So, make the iris, and I usually add in an extra edge loop.
Ooh.
Insert, there we go. Yeah, an extra edge loop or two. Usually I'll do two because if you do two of them, you can go to extrude and poly loop. And then if you hold down shift while you, start extruding, hold down shift, it'll kind of make the indentation for you.
Ah, there you go. Whoa, cool. So you can do some pretty cool hard edge stuff.
And then I just get the last part and just push it in with iris. And then that still allows you to adjust how big the is and stuff.
Are you able to add into a scene a subtool that has texture already?
That has texture?
Yeah, because like let's say, because like I've seen I forget his name. I think it's Rhett Morgan or something, or he does really cool hand painted stuff. And his eyes are usually really striking.
As long as it's a poly paint, you can.
That's yeah. So I think he poly paints. And they look really good. And I figured, same thing with hands actually. Like I want to make myself a hand object that I can just plop into a scene easily, and then just start modifying and moving around. I saw someone use Z-spheres as like a bone structure to move stuff.
That's garbage. That's absolute garbage.
Oh yeah, bad. Yeah. Hey Carpal, how's it doing? Oops.
Like if you're trying to do something quick, like sure it can come in handy, but it's
really shitty.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, to be honest, you're better off exporting your whole entire model into Blender, rigging it in there with like Rigify or something, and then importing it back. Like
really?
Posing it, then importing.
So that's what you do to pose it, but what if you don't want to leave ZBrush? How do you handle posing it within ZBrush?
You don't. Just pose it in Blender.
Really? So have you done the switch
Yeah.
to Blender already?
Yeah. I just need to learn how to model in it. But like, I do all my rigging, all of my rendering in there. I do all my textures in Substance Painter and Substance Designer. But I kind of want to learn how to do some like procedural textures in Blender. I should have gave him gold eyes.
Make sure my mate's coming home at some point.
This is probably the most challenging record you have ever.
Since the nice men from the extermination company are coming tomorrow, I gotta go clean my place. And
You have
Robo's
to go
supposed to.
clean it? You said you have to go clean it?
Yeah, because for 4 weeks I can't clean my own apartment because that stuff's gotta work, I guess. It's gotta have effect.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have to wait another 3 weeks after they've reapplied it to finally be all set. But yeah, I have been very much looking forward to be able to exist in my apartment. Man, looking at someone without eyebrows and hair, it's like looking like a naked mole rat or something.
Wait, doing what?
Looking at someone, like a character without hair.
Oh.
It's like, or eyebrows. It's like looking at a naked mole rat. It's like, what am I supposed to... It's hard to know where everything is supposed to go. Because I remember looking at, like, ripped models from Final Fantasy, was it 13? The one with lightning?
Mm.
And, like, looking at her model, I was like, man, she looks awful without hair. Like, she really looked like not that character at all. It's crazy how much it makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I can make that work. We can do something like that. Yeah, yeah.
This could work.
But before we do that, file save as, just in case I'm horribly wrong. Happens from time to time. Then we put it back. You save it before, and then you work on it out.
Smart.
Let's see. Do we need any of that? No, we don't need any of that.
With a finer nose or more? I think he's shaping up.
Well, your dude.
Yeah. I wonder what his face relaxed would look like, or if there's a point in modeling him relaxed if he's always gonna look like this.
No, it's best to model neutral. Cut in later. That way you have your face structure correct. I mean, unless you're just a beast like that. Like some people are just like, spear. Let's model a smile today.
Well, the thing is that sometimes it helps to kind of like, because like a neutral face, especially when something as like expressive as what I'm trying to make, I'm never gonna see that face in my project. And I know that I have to model neutral, it's just that it then becomes hard to like sketch him out when he's like to give myself an idea of what his design is like when he is neutral, when I'm never gonna see him neutral ever.
What I do, so Lavender, she has dimples when she smiles. So I have extra files of her where she's smiling.
Yeah.
And it's just a little throwaway file. That's something you can, go back and
Yeah, and look at and figure out.
Yeah. So I actually have to go back and figure out how to rig dimples.
Yeah. Well, see, I guess I'd have them on a bone, but then I'd also have like a morph for them. For when they do appear, so you can move them around. I guess it depends on.
Yeah, I was thinking I might have to connect it to like the side of the two bones on the corners of the mouth.
Yeah.
That way they pop up when she's talking and stuff.
So you're still working on her on the side?
Yeah, I haven't been because I had been like crashing a whole lot with it.
Oh yeah. But now the computer is here. You must be happy.
Yeah. Like I went in and just like played around with the rig a little bit. Basically just trying to get the thing to crash, and it was working beautifully.
Nice. Oh, that's nice. Especially when you've been like waiting so long to like. Like it sucks when you have to pause and put it on hold. Now you get to go back to it.
So my goal is to finish her before the end of the year.
I say you should finish her next week. I'm
Like
trying
I
to.
probably could, but I know I wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, there's no sense in killing yourself.
Plus, there's a whole lot of stuff I want to try before I move on to the other two characters. Like I wanna get her to the point where I can like just move a muscle and it flexes. The way it's supposed.
I kind of want to do the same, but I'm gonna have to like chill the fuck out, I think.
But as well, I also need to start up doing my daily assets to go in that asset store again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I also need to make some like stuff for friends and whatnot, because I'll be starting to do conventions on my own since my girlfriend's taking a break.
Yeah. So, is she just taking a break because she's like, that's a lot of work and I can't handle it, or she's also busy with something else?
I don't know. I think she's just kind of like in a funk, right?
Yeah. Is the pin project panning out the way you wanted it to, or?
Yeah. We should. I'm gonna try and finish painting this week.
Nice.
Because I would have liked to start milling them out last week, but I did get some brand new resin.
Nice.
And it's fantastic. So like the third, yeah, this is the third or the fourth batch. I think it's the fourth batch. So the fourth batch looks better than the first three batches.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I'm getting one of the good batches, right?
Yeah, I'll make sure you get it.
I'm dicking around. No, but it's nice because that means you're right, like you're improving your system and you're figuring out the kinks.
Yeah.
Practice does make perfect.
Oh, okay. I thought I crashed. Just a little hiccup. It's okay. Yeah, it's alright.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Thing on Picarto looks like my little thumbnail. I hate it when it gives me a stupid thumb.
What, on Picardo?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. For the longest time, mine just never had a thumbnail. Like, it just said like waiting for something, and they finally fixed it. I don't know if it was just cookies on my end or something. It was weird.
That's why I try and keep a picture of what I'm working on the side, but sometimes I get to working like super close up.
Yeah. And it's gone.
You can buy it all the time. Yeah, I can handle it. Yeah. Fantastic. So like it was crazy, the difference, like my new, how crappy my old computer was.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I spent the same amount on it. I spent about $500 more on this one than I did on my last one.
You replaced every piece or what?
Yeah, I had to build a brand new one. Like I wanted to salvage some things from the old one, but like everything was so old I couldn't salvage anything.
Hmm.
Like my RAM was DDR3 and DDR4 has been standard for a few years now. Like my motherboard couldn't, I mean there's no chip that'll fit the motherboard. So I had to get a brand new one of those. In the graphics card if I was gonna upgrade everything else, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes it's nice to start fresh.
Yeah.
And then you have all the other pieces for other stuff, right?
Yeah. I always turn my old computers into porn stations.
Into what? Porn stations?
Mm-hmm.
All my computers are porn stations.
I have this computer in there, like the one I guess it was, I guess it was my first computer. And so when I was living with my parents, like every time my girlfriend, we just hook it up to the big screen TV and just use it for porn.
That's funny.
And this one I don't even plan on like putting any games or anything on it.
It really is just for work.
Yeah. Like I might put Minecraft on once they add the RTX. And then I have 2 games with RTX.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting a phone call. Dang it. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Hello. Oh, shoot, where's my pen? Well, I guess in any case, it's probably time for me to go.
Okay.
Okay. I want to see your thing.
I'm okay. I'm alright. In any case, I think I'm good.
You think what?
I think I'm good.
Yeah? I want to see your thing. Hey, Winston. Oh, you're so cat. Ooh. Wait. Ooh. I like the back. Oh, cool. I like the stitchings.
Yeah, thank you. Zoom in, he has a little bit of scarring.
I think it's Korok. Let me see. The name of those aliens, because like even the back of the head makes me think of them.
Yeah, I guess this dude took me like 2 hours.
I've been at it for 2.5. Dang, why can't I see it? Crozoa. So wait, let me see. Crozoa spray.
Should be like
Well, I guess it's kind of different. But the back of them. Wait, let me see your dude again. It's the top of the head. It had ridges. Oh, that game, man. It brings back memories so bad. Damn it. Here she be. They call it Crozoa vomit.
this kind of look like him.
I guess it's like the shape of the cheekbones. I like him. He's fun.
I
Okay.
think it's supposed to be your monster next time.
Oh, it's time to call it a day.
Alright.
Thanks for hanging out with me, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for co-working.
Should be. Here it is. Yeah, it should be available to stream every day. So.
Sweet buns. I think I'm gonna. Well, I'll see if I can get into the beat of it. I'm gonna try to do the speed scopes every day, but I'm hoping. I don't know if I'll be streaming them all the time, but I will try to. Ooh, that's fun. Are you painting him now or something?
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Peaks and valleys.
Is this like an effect that you're getting from having two of them lined up on top of each other?
No, I'm just using the masking features.
Oh. To like, ooh, that's cool. Okay, I need to like hang out with you more. Need to pick your brain. Oops.
Yeah, it's lots of little cool things you can do.
That's awesome. Okay, off I go for real now. I'll see you later, boo. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. I'm gonna head out for the night. Catch next time stream for some more Zelda-inspired sculpts. See you soon.